All right, so to the dear viewers, I haven't seen this nice cat lady before. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Uh, Hi, I'm Wonder Serenity. Uh, Null Void VTuber. Essentially, my soul is trapped in a void, and I connect to alternate realities. The current reality I'm connected to is a cat, an orange cat girl who likes to investigate mysteries, paranormal stuff, and works for a detective agency.
Oh, nice. Love it when my alarm listeners randomly go off anyways. But yeah, that's quite the clever, I mean, that's kind of what, I know a lot of VTubers were brands, so a lot of times we'll just end up like, oh, that'll work.
No, I like to space out. Originally, I wanted to be a shapeshifter, but I'm almost like, nah, that's too much. I want different worlds entirely, not just
Mm-hmm.
different forms. I want each form to have a story connected to them.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, VTuber lore wise, there's a lot of demons, a lot of shapeshifters, a lot of people rebranding randomly. It's like, oh, okay.
No, I also want to do uh like one of my favorite content creators does is occasionally go back to random models, and that's essentially
Oh,
what I want to do. Like if I feel like I want to be my old model, I just use my old model. I just go to my old form.
I mean, that's awesome. A lot of times they end up abandoned, which is kind of sad. It's
It's like,
for
hey,
some
I
of the
spent
older
the money
models.
to use that model. I'm going to use that model.
Yeah, there's got a few that, like, if as long as I can get the software to run it, or my issue with some models, it's like, oh, the software I was using is now abandonware. So it's like, great, time to find new stuff. Like trying to learn Warudo has been a bit of a challenge because it's very resource heavy.
Oh, yeah. That means I need to get. I like to do a dual PC setup.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but my main computer, my streaming computer, is currently down right now.
Oh
So that was the
no.
computer that mainly had my software tracking program and OBS on it. So there was two separate things processing different things.
Yeah, I've used VUP and VC Phase. VC Phase hasn't gotten like a big update in a long while, so I'm not sure if it's abandonware. VUP, they literally just said they ran out of money and time and they just shut it all down. I was kind of bummed. I'm like, well, it also had live 2D and 3D, so it made it easier to switch back and forth.
Oh, that's right. Amelia has posted an update for VC Face in over 2 years. Holy
Yeah.
frick. I did not realize that.
That and I learned something trying to like, oh, I'm gonna try and do blend shapes for some of my models that are like old, and it's like, yeah, I'm looking up there and I'm like, they haven't posted an update. Like, what's going on? Not sure if it's like Luppet, like where they basically abandoned it and just ended up like trying to get people to do animes, which is, and to those that don't know, Luppet was a tracking software, and animes is basically they're trying to microtransaction everything about it.
Ah, I remember Luppet. I remember
Yeah.
spending the $50 to use that for about 6 months.
Yeah, and, a little bit before my time, but I remember like it was one of the top like search results when I was like, oh, how to be a VTuber.
Use Luppet.
Lose Luppet, exactly. That being like the big one before VTube Studio became standard. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm still learning
there's
stuff about
VTube
it.
Studios, VC Face, and
Yep.
then what was the other one?
Let's
There's
see.
one other live CD program I like, yeah, and then you mentioned Wardo.
PRPR, that was one.
Yeah, PIPR, that was another one. I don't even know if that one's still active.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. There's another one, like someone that's trying to compete with like live 2D, because there's like one person I know they went another way to make a model in that. And I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be a little frustrating. Or it's like, cool, I'm glad it's open source, but you're gonna be waiting a while for a lot of features because we've gotten spoiled on VTube Studio. Like now you don't, if you want to do like random zoom ins, I found out, oh, they added that so you don't have to mess around with like OBS plugins, which always fun when it updates. It's like, great, what broke?
Oh, I don't even know. Trust, I'm still messing around with all the fun little add-ons for VTube Studios because a lot of the stuff I didn't know was there until very recently because I'm very slow to updates.
Nice. Yeah, I know I played around with one of the things they added, like filters, and I'm like, oh, I had way too much fun with this. I'm like, I could make too many curse things. But at least there's some people that actually do like updates, which is nice. It's like, but they're mostly showed up in my like YouTube shorts, like algorithm. I know they're trying to push like live streaming on YouTube, which is interesting. Hey,
That's fun.
yeah, good on
If
Twitch
as long
having
as
competition besides Kick, which is
about time they have competition, and to be honest, Kick itself is already digging its own grave.
oh my gosh, Kick is like trying to be edgy, but then they're trying not to be. And I'm gonna be honest, like when I first found out about Twitch, I had heard more horror stories than good, and then it's like, oh, there are actually normal people on the platform, kind of with Kick, but they're gonna need like some master marketing to like get that sorted out.
I was gonna say Kick needs to do a complete revamp and update on a lot of stuff. I've streamed on Kick for maybe like a month, received 7 followers. Only one of them was a real person.
Yeah.
All the rest of them were just bots being like, hi, I like your brand. Uh, send me a friend request on Discord.
Oh my gosh, those are
No.
so bad. They've been
Yeah.
Those are just like terrible. I'll be like, oh, well, just it's like, yeah, just turn the account age to post up to a month. I'm like, yeah, they still found a way around that for now.
Yep. All they do is they hack accounts that are over a month old and use those
Mm-hmm.
accounts.
That or they just made a bunch of them, like when they first started out. And they're like, oh, but I mean, I know Twitch is trying to fix the whole botting issue, but I
They
don't think
pretty
they're
much screwed over lurkers.
yeah, they did. I think they went a little over too zealous. Like I know the same whack-a-mole thing with YouTube trying to get rid of like people using ad block or bot accounts or bot farms, and it's like you got they're never gonna win 100%. It's just a game of whack-a-mole. It's like, oh, you it's like, yeah, you did one thing. Yeah, they're gonna figure out a way around it in like a week, which they did.
And they just screwed over your users.
Mm-hmm. There's a part of me that's glad more people are multi-streaming. I'm like, yay, at least try it.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was so it looks like you streamed a lot of Dead by Daylight and VR chat.
Oh, that was back in the day.
Oh.
That was a good 5 years ago.
Oh wow, veteran.
Yeah.
Veteran account. Were you like originally
Yeah.
a face cam, or you're like one of the early like PNG VTubers?
50-50. I absolutely despise using Facecam. Like I've used it for a couple of streams, but to be honest, I prefer using a model or nothing at all. I really didn't have anything in the way of PNGs, but I did have some artwork of my character back at the time that I did stick up in the corner. When I learned how to green screen, I would record little animated shorts of my model and then stick it in a frame somewhere on the stream.
Nice. I mean, just like proto Boogie or proto like PNG plus, which I never messed with.
I haven't messed with PNG Plus either, but yeah, essentially.
Right. So what have you been streaming lately, or is there any particular games you're excited for?
Um, Off the top of my head, no, I can't think of anything because I've been so focused on work and some other personal stuff that I haven't kept up with new games. The games I am heavily focused on right now is the Minecraft SMP that I'm currently playing,
Ooh,
Repo, and I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Trade.
Train. Downsides of my location being near a train yard, but that's what I get.
That's all right. Hey, it's like,
Uh,
oh, testing soundproofing.
oh, when I finally get to upgrading, definitely there's going to be some serious soundproofing.
Yeah, I just
But
put
that
up
won't be
moving
for a while.
blankets to dampen the sound, which somehow worked. Because I didn't want to,
I'm
like,
gonna be.
destroy the walls with foam.
What is it? Temperature is starting to go down, so I need to go get insulator liners
Ooh.
to go between my doors. So hopefully the heat does not leave my main living space as quickly, because my kitchen insulation is shit.
Oh no, and if you're in the cold climate, that's not gonna be fun. Because winter is
Oh,
coming and I'm not happy about it.
oh, here's the thing with my region, because I'm near a water source, it can either stay at a nice 60 degrees or it'll drop down to 20 for no reason and then go
Oh
back up
no.
and then drop again and then go back up. Like, my area cannot make up its mind whether or not it wants to be warm, cold, or in between. Sometimes not even in between.
That, and then you get the breeze off the water and it just, like, cuts through your clothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Like, that was one thing I was glad I, like, wish I would have invested sooner. It's like, oh, like a good winter coat that doesn't cut through your clothing because that's no fun. Having to shovel the driveway and the wind off the, like, nearby lakes just cutting through your clothing.
That how it be.
So, you started in what, 2017? I'm just trying to look at Twitch tracker here.
2015.
Oh, like I said, this
So
thing's
I
not reliable.
Yeah, what's absolutely hilarious is I actually made my account on January 2nd of 2015. I pretty much started streaming within that month to February. Back then, it was mainly Gary's mod or whatever game my friend group was addicted to.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly just streamed the games because me and my friend groups were absolutely idiots back then. And I just wanted to pretty much share our stupidity.
Yeah, it's fun, because it's like not everybody has like big groups of friends or have to do that kind of stuff. That is one game I've like not heard from in a while. It's like Gary's mod. I don't know how active they still are.
It depends. I know 90% of the servers me and my group used to play with are downsized to one server and or don't exist
Oh,
anymore.
wow.
Yeah. Was it there was I think they were called the banana servers. They had at least 8 servers in each of the main game modes for a long time. But now either some of them are gone or there's only one left. Last time I looked, there was only one left in Death Run, and the one in the murder category no longer existed.
Yeah, last time, like the only thing I know about Gary's mod is like clips of Prop Hunt. And that's
Oh,
about
speaking of
it.
Prop Hunt was fun. But yeah, me and my group mainly played Death Run, Trouble in Terrorist Town, or Murder. I was a menace in that game. If only I still was in contact with some of the people back then, they could tell you some fun stories of when I was the murderer.
Nice. Now, like, you want to do that stuff, like, it's like, oh, yay, fun, Among Us. That's the closest thing you can really do. Like, I'm surprised it's still, like, actually relevant, as long as it has been going on.
Among Us has its fun points, and I know the devs are really excited that their game blew up the way it did when it did, because it also helped them revitalize their original game because they were going to rewrite the code entirely and then re-release the game since there was originally only a mobile game and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that popular.
I mean, ideal timing for it to happen.
Very much so. And then we got some very fun spin-off games like Goose Goose Duck.
Yeah, which I could, like, I've tried to run on my PC, couldn't get it to run. And I think I know why it wasn't run. I think it has the same issue I had with Terraria. And it's like, oh, it won't run unless OneDrive's open, surprisingly. It's like, really? Out of all the things.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And the funny, also kind of sad thing is, like, people are like, they're like, Andrea, let me know when you finally get Terraria working, we'll play. And I'm like, okay. So about a year later, I'm like, I finally have it working. Yeah, we don't play that anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm sad.
And I kind of do that as well. Like, there'll be games that are super hyped. I see everybody playing. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
that game looks fun. Keeps playing the game I'm currently addicted to. Gets out of that addiction. I'll be like, oh, hey, I'm ready to play this game with everybody. I'm like, oh, yeah, we haven't touched that game in like 6 months. I'm like, what?
Exactly. Like another one that's like that kind of fell off. I haven't seen as many clips is Buckshot Roulette. Like for the friend slap thing, like Repo really took over that slot. That and
Buckshot Roulette, Repo. What was
Liar's Bar, I
the?
didn't really touch. I know like some like big VTubers were playing it, but it didn't really interest me. It's like, eh.
Yeah, it had a 50-50 take. I saw some people play it, and then more the voice actor side of the bigger content creators said, yeah, we're not touching this game since they mainly use AI voices instead of asking people to voice it.
Which is really weird because people are clawing at the opportunity to do any kind of voice acting. I know I've messed around with it, and more times than not, those projects don't materialize into a single thing, and it ends up being a garbage fire.
Right.
That or there was a lot of like voice in my Minecraft machinima. I haven't been on Casting Club in years, but I remember there'd be so many of them.
Give me 1 second. I gotta yell at somebody.
All right, no problem. Well, you do that. I'm gonna stretch and hydrate.
Alrighty. Apologies about that. My cat decided he wanted to go up the curtains again.
Oh, jeez.
Especially up the curtains on the box pile I have that is not very stable.
Oh,
So if he
jeez.
fell, yeah, that would have all been crumbling down.
Yeah, does it have like a little cat tower or a place to purge? Or just like, no, I specifically want to climb up these curtains.
They have 2 cat towers, but there's none in this room. I need to get them one for this room. But
Oh.
I'm still in the processes of unboxing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things are still in boxes, and yeah, this room is just the amalgamation of all the stuff. So the main living spot and the kitchen and the dining room are clear.
Oh, that's always fun. Basically, living it in storage.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be out of that soon. I'm currently working on getting shelves. I need to get the old couch out of here. Uh Old couch, I mean by the previous tenant's couch.
Oh. Oh, that's surprising they left that thing behind. Or is it just like so big or heavy? It's like, yeah, this is too much of a pain in the butt. I'm just leaving it.
Pretty much I think it was just a pain in the butt. Because the apartment I'm living in is on the 3rd floor.
Oh no.
Yeah, so if I end up getting like any furniture myself, it has to be either furniture I can break down into pieces and or small enough that it could actually go through sharp corners.
Oh boy. I mean, there's always a fun thing if you have a balcony trying to throw your couch over it, but I think you're gonna
Oh,
piss off half the neighbors.
I would love to throw this off the balcony, but there's a chance it might go through the roof of the building next door.
Oh no. Oh, you're that close. It's like, oh, it's not like surprise. Someone's walking by, they see a couch fall from the sky.
Yeah. So what is it? How my balcony, it actually I can see the roof of the building next door. And because of recent damages to that building, there is a hole in the roof. So if anything probably drops on it, they'll just end up making the hole bigger.
Yeah, and it won't be too hard to figure out where the couch came from. That or you could do the old, like, Facebook Marketplace, free couch, come get it.
I mean, I don't think anybody wants this couch. It is clawed to high heavens. Like, I'm surprised there's still stuffing in it. Yeah, it's had better days. It's also lived through a fire, so
Oh, boy. And let me
yeah.
guess, the cat probably loves that. It's like, oh, boy, scratching post.
Oh yeah, I've just let them go crazy on it. If I end up getting new furniture, I'm gonna end up putting claw protection on it, and as well as having a bunch of scratching pads around it, so there is more incentive for them to attack the scratching pads instead of the furniture.
Yeah, I didn't know they made scratching, like, pads for couches for cats.
As I proceed to turn around and look at the scratching pad that looks like a couch.
Yeah, we would just have, like, maybe once, when I had a cat, one scratching post. And honestly, the holiday seasons were rough for not the reasons you'd think. Is if we had a Christmas tree, we'd find the cat trying to sleep up there. And we have to take the cat down. Because you just hear crashing ornaments and trying to sleep in the tree again.
I mean, that's why you buy the regular tree and then a mini tree. See which one is their favorite, and that the one that is not their favorite is the one you decorate.
You're not
Or
wrong.
or what my family like to do, just put the tree on the ceiling.
Oh
That
my gosh.
that was fun because we had a mini Christmas tree in our dining room, just attacked to the ceiling.
Hey man, year round Christmas, you could just leave it up there.
I mean, essentially that's what she did. She just took the ornaments down, and then depending on what was going on, she decorated it based off of that.
Yeah, like where I'm at, there's vaulted seals. I'm like, yeah, there ain't no way I'm able to do that kind of thing.
You're
I'm
gonna have
not
to go to a
Spider
different
Man.
ladder for that.
Yep. Do you have any fun Halloween plans coming up? Because I know some VTubers, like, there's some events going on, and it's like, I don't know if they're actually happening because, again, VTuber events, it's like trying to herd cats. So I'm like,
I
oh, hopefully it happens.
probably had ideas to mainly just play horror games, and I added a small little fun twist to them because I saw like a lot of people were doing this. I'm like, I wanted to give it a try too. Uh, so the little twist is they would have a harmonica, and
Oh! Yeah, I've seen Pumpkin Potion
yeah,
play that with Dead Space. I'm like, oh, that's creative. And
yeah,
also
I've
being a
seen.
menace.
I've also seen quite a few people do that beforehand. And that's how it's like, oh, that would be pretty fun. So not only do I have the harmonica, I actually commissioned my model artist to get a custom harmonica theme asset, and it was pretty fun. But yeah, I have a harmonica now.
Yay. That's dedication right there, though. You actually do throw it instead of just like a really crappy PNG of a harmonica.
Yeah, no. I got a custom weapon a while ago, and any equipment that I get, I have it themed based off of that weapon's color palette.
Oh.
So anything small like it when another asset that I'm going to be getting soon is a book. Since considering this model as a detective, I want to get like a little interactive book that has page flipping and things moving on it, whatnot.
Oh, yeah, and could have
And
like
then
a little pen moving there, like they're holding the pen or whatnot. Like, oh, they're writing something down.
mhm. Small little ideas I want to expand on this character's lore.
Yeah, that is one thing. Like, I've been fortunate on finding like a lot of free stuff, and I am so glad for the people that are starting out as a VTuber. I'm like, oh, you actually have a lot more options besides like V-Roy. There's so many free customizable models that I'm just like, oh, that's great. Because I know there are people who are like, oh, we gotta gatekeep it. Oh, we gotta this, we gotta that. So like, I don't want them to suffer trying to
Personally,
like Google Translate understanding commissions.
I probably tell people to F off. It's like, why do you feel it's necessary to gatekeep? I I wish custom models like that existed back when I started, because when I started, I had to kit bash random, thank you cats. I don't know if you heard their claws. Uh I had to kit bash random 3D model parts from like TDA and MMD models until I got something I wanted. And I had to do that all myself. Now it's super easy. All I have to do is import a model, choose what style I want, and then color palette it, change it. Like that, you guys have it's so much easier now compared to 5, 6 years ago.
That, yeah, I don't even know if Booth existed then, because that's just where I go for a lot of like 3D-ish looking stuff, because I'm like, well, they have a big VR chat there, so it's like, it makes my life a little easier.
I mean, hold on, when was Booth created?
Yeah, um, like I know for like the first model I did was like I commissioned a PNG, did a strip. I'm like, oh, I actually enjoy this, and I had the money, but not the time because I was working a lot. Especially during COVID, I was making, decent money. I'm like, hey, can I commission someone to do like a Vroid model? And they did, and I used that for a long time.
All right, I need to get a little specific with this because every time I look up Booth, it just sends me to random things.
Oh no, did like a restaurant booth or something show up instead of booth.pm?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, not the whole biggest SEO optimization. There's still some sites because I know it's so big in Japan. You kind of have to use like Google Translate to find what you're looking for, but
Actually,
it's
it's
getting
more than
better.
easier because Booth is an extension to PicV, I think is how you say it.
Oh, I think what is it? Itsunoi. I think that's what it was called because I've tried to look for like clip art or other stuff, and it's just like, yeah, no Nihongo Josu.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
PicV was launched in 2007, and Booth, which is an extension of PicV, was created in 2013.
Oh wow. So yeah, people probably did have a lot of options, and probably it exploded like. Because I know VR chat came around like 2018, 2019. Because I remember like reading about it. I'm like, yeah, maybe one day. And I've like only
Those
dabbled with it a
were
few
the
times.
days. I'll just tell you that much. VR chat was a hell of a lot more fun back in 2019 to early 2020
Mm-hmm.
than it is now. Yes, it has a lot more features and a lot more connections, but to be honest, back then you could very easily go to a public lobby and not either have your computer nearly set ablaze and or DDoXed.
Yeah, the people that are like aware of it, there's a thing that people like to do in VR chat that they still do is they have such a high res model and it literally crashes like the whole program for someone. Heck, I mean, going into like one of the main public lobbies, the times I did it was just some like 5-year-old scream, like, oh my gosh, whose kid is this? Come get him.
Right. Also, that's another thing. We didn't have very many people under 13 on VR chat back then either.
Mm-hmm.
And it, oh, how do I describe this? VR chat was also much more simpler back then. When it came to creating models for VR chat and or just finding a model to use on VR chat, it was a lot easier. And then the war of TDA happened. Yeah, that was fun. Can I help you, mister? Get
Um,
over here.
Oh, cat's crashing the podcast. That's fine. That's fine. Never a dull moment.
Luckily, he likes to sit on my shoulder, so he shouldn't be too much trouble.
Oh, that's surprising. Did you trade him like that, or just like no? I just like chilling here like a little fluffy parrot.
Nope, he started doing that himself. Like, I'm trying to remember. I was just sitting at my desk one day, and he just decided, "Hey, I want attention." Walked up and then just crawled onto my shoulder, and that's pretty much where he sat.
Wow, that is like, I don't know. I would just find that surprising. The cat shit on the shoulder. Then again, every cat I've had has been like fiercely independent, or if we've had multiple cats, they'd be like, oh, they're cuddling together. No, they're just like, I'm gonna stay over here, you stay over there, and we're gonna pretend we don't exist. I'm like, that's not a bad thing as long as you guys aren't fighting.
I mean, ow, that hurt. I'm lucky that my cats get along. My two males are from the same litter, and then I have a 4-year-old who I've had longer than them. The boys are both 7 months old, so they're not that old yet. And then my 4-year-old female, who I've had for the past 4 years, she wasn't too thrilled with them at first, but to be honest, she's coming around very, very nicely. It's the boys absolutely adore her to the point that they want to cuddle with her. They want to get groomed by her. They want to play with her. But because she was alone for so long, especially in her kitten years, she doesn't know exactly how to interact with them. And it's great fun trying to see her play with them, and then them realizing, oh right, she doesn't know how to play, and then just flopping over and just letting her beat them up is the most cutest thing in the world. And then during bedtime, she'll be laying on the bed, and they'll come up. They won't curl up next to her, but they'll curl up, and then as time goes on, they'll start stretching out just to have one paw on her or to have their tail touching her in some way. It's very clear that they want to cuddle with her, but they know the boundary.
Maybe one day you'll be concerned. You'll be like, oh my gosh, they're all curled up together. Quick, get the camera.
Oh hell yeah, that's gonna be fun. I did. Oh, she lives up to her name. Her name is Moody.
Oh jeez.
And oh yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. During like the third to fourth month after I got them, they were sitting on a chair in the corner of the room, and she was sitting there completely loafed up, her feet tucked in underneath her, her tail tucked in, and her eyes were closed. But anytime the one Archer was with her, she just started growling. She didn't move her head, she just started growling. And I'm just like, are you angry at him or are you content? Make up your mind.
Honestly, that reminds me of a dog I had. They would just like growl at random things. They be growling while they're eating their own food, and nobody's near it. They're just a grumpy dog, and I'm like, that's how some of them are. They're not very sociable, or they're just like, I don't know how to interact with people, and I'm like, or interact with other animals. They're like, you know what? I get it.
Yeah. She's definitely gotten better, but she still growls at them. Another thing is whenever they're on the bed and Archer or Silva starts attacking her tail, she won't move in a way that her tail is away from them. She'll just move her. She'll just keep doing the thing that cats do, like where they swap their tail a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And she'll just sit there, growl at them, but still let them play with her tail.
Huh.
I'll have to get a recording of it sometime. But yeah, it just makes sense. Like, if you don't want them touching your tail, then move your tail. But then again, probably from years of dealing with me, because my way to get her attention, especially when her back was to me, was to lightly tug her tail. As well as I think it also turned into the point when, because after a while of like slightly tugging it, that's when she learned the cue of, hey, it's cuddle time.
Aww.
Because afterwards, she would just either curl up at the crook of my arm or lay on my chest.
Yeah, so that's probably why they're not sure, like, how to deal with it.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, it's alright. Hey, at least she's got
learning.
someone to keep her company. You know, so she's not just sitting there all sad while you're at work.
Oh yeah, that's the main reason. Because after I moved, she wasn't able to interact with my parents' cat.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the only other cat of the 3 cats of our household that actually interacted with her, and she got along with. And then so when we moved, it was very clear that she missed him. And anytime I would come home from my parents' house and I petted him, she would just go on a massive sniffing spree of my hands, being like, "I can smell him. I know you were there. You were in contact with him." But ever since I got the boy, she doesn't do that anymore.
That's good. Yeah, that's a big reason why I don't have a pet. It's like, oh, I work too much. I'm like hoping to cut that down. That or like, because of my day job, it's like, oh, maybe streaming will actually take off because it's been interesting the last like few months.
I would love it if my streaming took off, but I'm trying to expand my content creation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been kind of hard. Motivation has not been my friend recently. So
Yeah, I need to actually just like schedule shorts and stuff. That's been like an issue on like other platforms where I just like take a day off and I just get like very, very behind.
I would love to hire somebody to go through my streams and just clip farm for me, because I just don't have the energy to go back through my VODs and clip stuff.
There's a few ways you could do it. Like I've known people that have done that like with like automation, like a bot, or sometimes I've seen some people they're like, oh, I've done with streamer bot, I used AI. Me, a lot more times than not, I just like have Pulsoid do it. I'm just like, oh, wear a heart rate monitor. If it goes up, it'll clip it, which has led to like a lot of funny like clips of me doing nothing. Because it'll be like, oh, it's high. It's like I was AFK while that happened. And I know this is so silly, but if I put the BRB screen, I see viewership go way down. And it's like, but if I'm like, they still see the model and I'm just pausing, they don't like panic and be like, no, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
Is there, so besides like clip farming, are you hoping to like post it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that fun jazz?
Mostly TikTok and YouTube. I want to explain that. I also want to start. Oh, there's 2 things. Because my computer is down, I don't have any of my scripts for what I'm working on. Which is, I want to get into game reviews. I want to start reviewing games, and I have 3 games that I'm currently writing scripts for. I have Stray,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Hi-Fi,
Hi-Fi Rush, yeah, that's a fun
Hi-Fi
one.
Rush, yeah, Stray, Hi-Fi Rush, and I forget what the third one was that I was writing a script for.
But
But
that was
I'm
my
also
original niche, so oof. Like I know they take a lot of time doing anime reviews back in the day, so it was just that,
but
and I use like such a
I
dated
think I'm
software.
jumping the gun by doing Stray so early, because I absolutely adored Stray. The game itself is so freaking cute, but yet so deeply horrifying. It was just really well done.
Yeah, I haven't played on stream. I've seen like playthroughs or clips, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. Like, because I know what was it? There was another one that was like cat based around that time that was doing well, but not as much to these days. I'd say, what was it? Catastrophe, where you're just a cat and you knock stuff off like counters and stuff. I think that's what it was
Was it
called.
Little Kitty in Big City?
No, this was a different one.
No.
No, Little Kitty
Oh,
that came out a while ago. Was it?
I remember the third game. This The Mouse and the Spirit was the third
Oh,
game.
I've never heard of that one.
It's probably definition of a cozy game with a storyline. An open closed storyline, best way to say it. It's not one of those repetitive cozy games.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
not like Stardew Valley or any of those
Like one you can
farming
play for like ever.
Yeah, it was one of those you start the story and then when the story is finished, you're done. And the game itself pretty much is open closed. I think while I was playing it, I actually cuz I also like to achievement farm, so I try to 100% games.
Oh,
And I was able to 100% the game while I was playing it.
that's nice. Not having to use like a guide or anything, because some of them are just like, I know with Hades, like trying to do achievements, it got to a point of it's like on stream after months. I'm like, you know what? We'll just finish the story. We'll move on to Hades too, and I'm just like, I'll achieve it farm like offline, and some of them were just like so weird. Like it's like, oh, you have to add this thing or that thing, and I'm like, who would? It's not like good builds. It's like you're using the worst stuff. You're making it harder on yourself.
Well, yeah, if I remember correctly, because there are some people who like to meme play.
Mm-hmm.
If there was the back during the Dark Souls era, where a guy literally had no armor except for a bucket on his head.
Yeah, I've seen some people do that, like with Elden Ring. Like I know someone that, like I haven't had a chance, time zone to stop by their stream, but they're like, oh yeah, I just, beat Elden Ring in my underwear or something.
Yeah, it's more of to reward people who like to make things difficult for themselves.
Like if you're doing it on stream, there's another way you can make it difficult. You like just like put on crowd control, depends on how active your chat is. They can make it easier or harder.
Very much so.
And I think it's funny. More times than not, they feel bad for me. They're like making it way easier. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going through my backlog anyways. I don't get mad about most games.
Knowing my chat, they would purposely make it harder because I'm way too laid back when it comes to stuff. I very rarely get angry and or scared. And knowing them, they'll try their best to scare me, which is the reason why I've been enjoying this SMP very much, is because it actually makes me stop, look around, and be like, what was that? Because I don't usually do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I know there's a few that like I tried playing like an SMP, and I think just everybody lost interest because nobody's on there, and I flat out like message like the person running. I'm like, hey, are we good? Because nobody's been on since June.
Ooh.
Is this dead? Did people lose interest? Because apparently there was some drama, and they're like, oh, they had to ban a bunch of people because they were like destroying houses and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna muted.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm here. Also, being next to a train yard means a lot of people who like to rev their engines because they need to try to aura farm.
Oh, geez, those idiots trying to outrace the train.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the funny things I've noticed. It's like I thought about like going back to Minecraft, and I'm like, I might just try like the Terra Firma pack because Clovercraft was fun. The only problem is there was like nobody there. And I'm like, well, it's just single player at this point. And at least I know the mods. I'm like, if I'm gonna just do single player, I'll do single player.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the SMP. I kind of wish when I started playing, I was solo for a little bit longer, because my teammates are adorable, but nothing's getting done on our side. We built one house, and that's pretty much it.
So basically, you guys are just like screwing around in the SMP the entire time.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm insane on the SMP right now because I'm the only one willing to go caving by myself.
Yeah, I mean, adventure.
That usually is a death sentence. You will die if you go caving by yourself. But now that one of the most annoying mods has been removed, uh, it's easier to go deeper into the caves without, spamming torches every 3 blocks.
Oh, that's gotta be nice, because, like, I know there's some that, like, it could make it, like, they're like, oh, they changed the shaders, it makes it even darker. It's like, oh, there's more Enderman in the caves, or whatever. Or what are they called? Pigmen? Like, the only, like, times I played Minecraft is, like, when it first came out, and I was, like, trying to get friends online. I'm like, hey, will you play this with me? And they're like, no, I'm gonna go back to playing, what is it? Blaze Blue Cross Tag.
Oh lord, I haven't heard about Blaze Blue in forever.
Yeah, that was their, like, hyperfixation. I'm like, oh, it. So I'm just like, yep, I'll go back to doing that. And I think, what was it? I got distracted. I ended up getting distracted by another game too, and I just ended up stalling on there. I'm trying to think. Oh, wait, yeah, I think I got distracted by Stardew Valley not long after I was playing it. It's like, oh, ooh, this game looks fun.
Stardew Valley is fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
I tried doing like a little group project, doing multiplayer, and people are like, "Oh, when's the next one?" Well, I hate to break it to you, I'm the only one who still has interest. Everybody quit, and some people like kind of got weird about stuff and got contact. It's just like, look, if you guys were like, one person's like, look, man, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm Stardew. I'm like, that's fine. But the other ones, it's like, you just have to tell me. That's fine. There's more than enough people I can get, or I can just run the thing solo, which is fine. I feel like a lot of like the issues in the VTuber sphere could be fixed, like if you guys actually communicate with each other. It's like
oh,
just
most
talk.
definitely. And for the community to actually hold people accountable for BS, that's
Mm-hmm.
another thing I've noticed is they are way too quick to forgive and forget on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who's done some really messed up stuff, all they have to do is rebrand, and everybody forgives them. Like, no, even if they rebrand, you should not forgive them. They screwed this person over. They should
Yeah.
not be able to come back.
Exactly. There's one that like they were causing problems for me for months because I had like a falling out with them. And I haven't seen them recently, but unless they're making more alts again, and what they would do, it's so freaking stupid, it was right around when I was really excited to get like 1K followers on Twitch. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a big celebration. I ended up doing that during that subathon because IRL stuff got in the way. But they would literally follow, then unfollow, and it'd go down from 1K to 198, 197. And they do that every 3 days. And I'm like, this is freaking weird, man. Then or they do that on stream. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, I feel that.
It's like the weirdest way to harass me at the same time, but also not because you're a coward. It's like, look, this guy hurt a lot of people on it. Like, the guy needs to go to actual therapy because he's got some real issues. And I don't know if he's going to rebrand or not, but the guy was kind of a dumbass and told strangers on the internet his IRL name, where he works, practically where he lives. It's just like,
Oh, so they
really?
were a kid. Got it.
Yeah, man, yeah, 27-year-old man child.
Kid. Got it.
Yep, yep. I know the Discord's going around on Twitter, which is always a minefield these days, is like, oh, it's so hard to be a male VTuber. I'm like, yes and no.
No, no, it's not.
You just have to make like
It's
content. That's all. Make content on the
here's
platform.
something that people misunderstand. As someone who's been content creating for 10 years and has been VTubing for about 6 or 5 to 6 years, it's always about expanding. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just about it's not just always about Twitch. It's not always just about Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's not always just about YouTube. You need to always create something more.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to do clips, you need to do off-stream content, you need to do skits or just create stupid stuff. And you also need to be repetitive. My issue is I'm not repetitive. I don't post on a daily basis. I don't do clips. So I know that's the reason why I haven't grown as much as I should at this point in time. Why my viewership is still in the single digits. But yeah,
Yeah, mine only
it's
really
and it,
exploded because I was just being sarcastic on Twitter, and suddenly it's like, okay, who are all you people?
yeah, and that's how it usually goes. But you also another thing people don't understand is they need to separate the content too, because certain people like certain niches. It's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why content creators who mainly focus on ASMR have a really bad time when they try to switch over to gaming or other type of content, because their community is so niched in the ASMR, they don't like gaming. And
Exactly. And it's just like, I know there's been such an issue, like, people thinking because you do ASMR, you're gonna blow up, and if they quote unquote do, it's like, oh, you have to deal with parasocial. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. There's like creeps everywhere.
right, just how you deal with them. Most people prefer to ignore them. If anything, it's best to block them and make it known to your community that this person is not welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just ignore it and don't announce it. Like, if someone's being weird, say so. I've
Exactly,
I've had
within
my
reason.
fair I've had my fair share of weirdos and whatnot. Of a content creator I used to hang out with because I thought he was cool, and then my one friend mentioned like, yeah, he's kind of weird. And then thinking about him, like, yeah, he did some weird stuff, so we stopped talking to him. Not even a week after we stopped talking to him, he blew up in the worst kind of way.
Oh no.
Like,
Google Doc.
oh, multiple Google Docs, multiple different accounts, multiple rebrands, and everyone's like, we know it's you, dude. Stop. Like, he would make such really bad out of pocket comments to people, especially to female creators.
Oh, the sex pest.
And
Gotcha.
yeah, and it was just bad. His late And what was weird is like every single time he would make a new account, he would follow me, and
Huh.
when I would catch that it was him, I would either block him or force like this was back when Twitter actually allowed you to force unfollow people. I would force unfollow him.
Yeah.
And it's just like I haven't heard about him since, and I'm kind of glad I haven't heard about him since. So like I'm hoping he stopped, but you never know. It was it was just bad, like, and it all started because someone decided to do uh bubbles, no, not bubbles, what's the third sister's name? It's Bubbles, Blossom, and
Buttercup.
Buttercup. Yeah,
Oh
I think
boy.
it was Buttercup, the green one. Did a cosplay of Buttercup, and they had fishnet stockings on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's just say that post blew up in the worst kind of way, and he was one of the worst offenders on in the comment sections.
Oh geez. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
few that like I don't even know if they're still around because I just blocked them ages ago, and they kind of like ended up leaving my community because they would just cry about stuff on Twitter. I'm like, well, Twitter doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Trying to get someone from one platform to another, good luck. And they would do like multiple aliases and stuff. And what they did, this is a different person ages ago, is they get blocked by big creators. So you know what they do? They would donate to them, and they usually had text to speech on, and it'd be like, "I'm sorry, why am I blocked?" But it's
Stop.
but yeah, aspiring male VTubers, you don't need a female model unless you really want one. But it's, irrelevant on what gender you are for VTubing, as your content stands on it.
Correct, because there's some really popular male content creators out there. You just depends. If you mainly only see female content creators' content, that's because that is what you like in content.
Yeah.
Like, it is not the current situation of content creation itself. Because, hello, did you people forget about Markiplier, Jacksepticeye? PewDiePie used to be a big person.
Yeah, he mostly does like family vlogging type stuff in Japan. At least last I heard. I haven't checked him in a while. And let's see, we have
I'm never a big fan of his humor.
Porcelain Maid, they're a big one. Sayu, even though they're like voice actors, still, they're both male VTubers and they're doing all right. But literally, Porcelain Maid started their VTuber, or before they were a VTuber, they just did Let's Plays on their YouTube channel. And it's like, oh, it grew from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the people who complain the loudest are the ones who don't want to put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
So
that, or just, oh, I got into it the other day with someone, and what they're doing was like really, really stupid, and they kind of like decided to freak out on me because there was some leaked messages going around on Twitter from the North American Partner Discord. And it was floating around on Twitter. They don't say anything, but I'm in their Discord and they ping everyone. And they talked about it, basically saying, oh yeah, we're working on it. And they show the picture. And I'm asking people, I'm like, but you're not a partner. Why are you leaking this? And they're like, oh, well, we can leak it. I'm like, do you have screenshots of them saying it's okay to share this? I've yet to see a single one. Like, I will be the first one to say, the VTuber Critical, they have one of the rules, no leaking or screenshotting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, so you're in a public Discord, not in a private group, you're pinging this, you actually have a decent following where brands are going to start looking towards you, you're going to start getting offers, and I'm problematic because I'm like, hey, maybe don't admit to doing crimes online. It's not the brightest idea because corporate espionage is the thing. And you just, like, they look down on you for leaking stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with speculating. I've done, like, speculations about leaks. That's why a lot of, like, the Nintendo leaks are, like, anonymous off of, like, some forum board or, like, 4chan. So it's, like, take it with a grain of salt. Oh, and I heard rumors that we might be getting, like, a PlayStation 6 here soon. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I never got a PlayStation 5. I'm like, the 4 still works.
Same. If I ever, this is what I tell people. If I ever get another PlayStation, it only to play Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, yes.
That is the only reason why I have a PlayStation 4 was because of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Honestly, same that and playing Persona 5. Those are like the two biggest ones. But even Persona or Kingdom Hearts 3 released on Xbox, which was surprising, and I had issues with the port on Epic Games because there was like audio issues. I thought it was my monitor. No, people were saying there's like visual issues.
No, I never played on the Epic thing. And then they added them to Steam. I'm like, I've already dropped $60 to buy them all on Epic. Time to spend another $60 on Steam.
Yeah, I literally, the thing that got me like kind of frustrated is I was sitting there and waiting. I'm like, all right, well, is there any game I want? I had to spend the money for like $60. I'm like, all right, what do we got here on Epic? I take advantage of their free games to build up my library, and I'm like, all right, I'll splurge. I'll buy their Kingdom Hearts because there's like no way it's coming to Steam. It came to Steam the following week. I'm like, oh, you rotten. Like, if I would have waited a week.
Yep.
And I think they ended up stealth dropping it too, because it's such a big franchise. You thought they would have hyped it up. And I know last week they had like Amazon Web Services went out, and I know a lot of people were panicking, and me, it was just like it went out while I was sleeping. I'm like, oh, this doesn't affect me. I think last time it did, I was asleep.
Oh yeah, what was it? When Silk Song dropped and every single platform went down because so many people were buying Silk Song.
Yeah.
I was at work, so I was just sitting like, oh, fun times. Enjoy.
Have you played the original Hollow Knight?
I am currently in the process of replaying it. I have it on hold right now for October.
Nice.
Because oh god, when it first came out, I played for about maybe 30 hours. Like you could see my old save file.
Yeah.
But I had to I put it down and I completely forgot about it. So I'm replaying it now because it's been so long since I played. And I'm just like, I want to prepare myself for Silk Song because a lot of people also say Silk Song is a lot more difficult. So I'm like, I'm also going to take my time with Silk Song because I'm not very good at Soul-like games where you have to like time everything. Me, that's the reason why I like Kingdom Hearts. Just go in and start bashing things heads in.
Exactly that. Monster Hunter, you can just slowly become like overpowered, just like whacking the monsters. I'm waiting for Wilds though to finally like not run like terribly on PC. Or you don't need like a like space station computer. I'm like, oh, hopefully it won't be that bad because that's like one of the few that I know. That and what was it, Borderlands? A lot of people were complaining about not being able to run either of those.
Yeah, Borderlands 4 has not been taken kindly. Then again, I also haven't played 2 or 3.
I haven't even played the first one. I think I have it in my library. Like, I think I got off a Humble Bundle ages ago.
God, speaking of Humble Bundle, I have like 3 years worth of backlog of games I need to go through and accept the keys.
Oh no, hopefully they didn't expire because that's happened to me before.
Oh, I didn't know they could expire. Whoops.
Whoops. Yeah, that happened before. That or choices actually, I've literally had duplicates or I bought from Humble Bundle. It's just like, oh, time to give away games.
Oh yeah, I think that's also how I forget what game it was. I bought it, and then literally within that month, Humble Bundle was like, "Here's the game for free with your monthly subscription thing." I'm like, I just bought this game, Humble. I also bought it off of you.
That is peak irony right there. Oh yeah, there's one I had ages ago. It's like, oh, we're giving away Persona 5 Royal, and I'm like, great. Yeah, I've had that for years and years. On PC and PlayStation 4. And I don't know if we're ever going to be getting a Persona 6 because they're having fun milking the franchise.
Yeah, I hate when companies do that. It's like, just make the game.
Did you ever end up playing the Kingdom Hearts mobile game, the Union Cross?
Yes. I loved that game. And then I stopped playing for like a few months. And then I came back and I'm like, oh, I should probably pick this up again. And it's like, the services are offline. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that is so weird that they did that. Because I know they had like, it's like, oh, you buy these medals and you get bigger interactions and the story's important. So it's like, oh, you want to know about what the story is? You're going to be looking up someone's playthrough online.
And now they have the cutscenes available, but since I was also keeping up with the storyline, I know everything up to date because I was playing as they were releasing stuff. But I don't know, it was just very, very slow. And then they announced their predecessor game, and then they canceled the predecessor game. I'm like,
yeah, Dark Road, I believe.
Yeah, it's like this game would have done very freaking well. you don't realize how dedicated the Kingdom Hearts fans are. AKA, you're looking at what?
Exactly. I know the only people that like they thought they could do like a gotcha game. Like I know the Danganronpa people did that. They're like, oh, we'll do Tribe 9, and it's like, cool. I'm glad it's written, and we're live for maybe about a couple months, and it's like I think next month they're like, yeah, this is our end of service date. I'm like, you're not even a year old. You only had enough money to go a few months.
I don't know. So, I don't know. These companies get big ideas in their heads. Like, instead of just releasing the game in a whole, they like to do these partial updates, like how gotcha games
Mm-hmm.
do. It's like, oh, we'll release part of the storyline now and or a big part of the map, and then you guys can check it out later. Like, there's a point in time where people lose interest. Like, you see a big jump when an update drops, and then
Yeah.
it slowly peters out, then a new update comes in, and then you see a jump again, but it's not as high as the previous jump because some people just don't go back.
Yeah. Same with thing with Power World. Like I know it was really big like a few years ago, and they dropped an update, and some people go back, others don't, and at least the devs are understanding about like, hey, and so people are trying to like shame on being like, did you know your concurrent player rate is down? And they're like, yeah, they probably
Yeah.
already are at a point they can, they max everything out. There's other games to play. They can come back when they want to.
I remember, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I remember the dev saying, "Yeah, look at the time when that was posted. They went to bed. This is when people logged off to go to bed."
Exactly. And they had like other stuff. I feel so bad that Nintendo's been like so patent heavy on stuff. It's very
It
frustrating.
the it should be illegal to patent gaming mechanics like that.
Like I know they're
Machinery,
successfully able to
machinery,
patent.
and
Oh, sorry.
physical stuff I can understand, but
Mm-hmm.
like gaming mechanics, that's the reason why we don't have. Oh, will you stop? We don't have games like Mordor anymore
Mm-hmm.
because the company patented the Nemesis program, and no one's able to recreate that because the stupid patent. We I don't know. It'd be imagine games like Tall Tale with the Nemesis program
Mm-hmm.
where it's like so and so will remember that. Imagine what more in-depth stuff could happen if they actually remembered it. It wasn't locked behind set sequences.
That, and I don't think they're like very eager to lease it out for people. Like I know they do some patents, some people do that. And I could see them like trying to nickel and dime someone. They're like, no, we'll just not do that.
And there's also the fact that the studio that did patent it no longer exists, so people can't
Huh.
ask them to use the patent to use it.
If it makes me wonder who the rights holder is for the patent or when it expires. Because if the company no longer exists, like you would think they try and like sell the IP or the patent to like bail themselves out. But
No, I'm trying to remember. I think the studio got bought out by somebody, and then they
oh,
closed the studio. And then I don't know when the patent expires. I don't even know if the patent expires. That's the issue with these patents is there's no expiration date ever listed on them.
mm-hmm. That or they just like keep pushing it forward. So it's in that general public domain or other stuff like that. It's like I know like Disney, they're a big one for about their trademarks. Like it was supposed to be Mickey Mouse or like they were supposed to be public domain ages ago. But they kept, lobbying, push it back, push it back, push it back.
Yeah, Disney is the reason why it's 75 years after death is when the characters go into public domain because of Disney.
I think it used to be like 50 or it was a lot lower.
It was like 15 to 20 years, and
Oh,
then they kept.
wow.
Yeah, the reason why it's so long now is because of them.
I know they're trying to patent Nintendo, they're trying to patent like summoning. Um like summons that are at least here in the US, being able to summon like a creature to help you fight. I'm like, oh no, you basically picked a fight with every RPG maker ever, including Disney and Kingdom Hearts. It's kind of like, okay, place your bets. Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh. Half of these patents that I'm looking that they're claiming, and what's even worse is they can claim patents during the lawsuit. Like one of the more recent ones that they're now suing Powerworld over, they didn't have until like a month ago. Like this, all of the stuff that they're doing should be and is illegal.
Yeah, it is, and it's very scummy too. I know they tried to patent like someone grabbing onto a flying thing. I'm like, oh, are you going after Capcom for Monster Hunter World? Because you literally like grab onto like a little pterodactyl and hold onto it. There's like quite a
Yeah,
few games that do that, or just
this. They also are. That was it. They patented flying and mounting a monster, like riding a monster or using it to fly, like grabbing onto its leg and gliding down. What are they gonna go after? Arc, because you do that with the terror bird.
yeah.
You
I
can use
don't
the
know much
terror bird
about
to glide
art,
down.
but I would not be surprised if they try to, or they're just gonna like try and be like sketchy and like be like, well, at least you are patent if you cut us a check, and it's very scummy.
I generally want to know what would happen if all these companies got together and decided to do a group sue against Nintendo for this. Like if these companies actually got together and be like, yeah, Nintendo shouldn't be doing this. Let's let's all six of us sue them at once. Let's see if their lawyers can handle that.
Honestly, I would not be surprised. I know like a lot of people are disappointed because they're like, all right, well, they got a new Pokemon game, maybe they got something really planned or cooked up for Pal World, and like a lot of people are disappointed with ZA. I've seen some of the footage. I'm like, it doesn't
I'm
really interest me.
I'm disappointed in it. To be honest, I'm thinking about doing a comparison video of the original X and Y games to ZA. Thank you, cats. Uh, Showing off that this is its predecessor game. Look at the graphics of its predecessor game to the graphics of ZA. Like, why is ZA's graphics so much worse than X and Y's?
And if they want to go for stylized graphics, that's fine. And there's no like, you could rollerblade or bike around in X and Y. You can't do that in ZA.
No, no, you can't.
And I love how your cats are just trying to interject every time. They're like, yeah, we're angry at Nintendo too.
Okay, I think we're good now.
All right, more trains. That's always fun.
Yeah. So I think you heard that the last second, damn it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
But yeah, like I guess I can understand some people, they're not there for the graphics; they're there to shiny hunt.
Yeah.
But to be honest, even recently, their storylines have not been very, very fun. I enjoyed ZA because the storyline was immersive. Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and every game after that, the storyline has not been very immersive to me, and it's Violet somewhat so. I enjoyed the storyline of Violet, but other than that, it I kind of dropped it after I beat it. Like I know there's a bunch of post game content that I should be doing, but like, eh.
Yeah, I remember like watching a Let's Play of like X and Y because it's like, oh, I don't have a 3DS, and like at least the person tried to make it interesting. And I was watching like a live stream from someone, and I'm just like, oh, this isn't very interesting. But that could just be me because I don't know like much about Pokemon. I didn't really like the most I paid attention was the anime, and I stopped watching that like when they got to Johto, and it's like, oh, there's so many now. And it feels like they're running out of ideas for Pokemon.
They are and they aren't. Uh to us, there's some ideas for Pokemon that they definitely could do better on. But I also enjoy the region variants because they actually kind of touched on that back in the anime, I think like on the second season. Because I remember one of the episodes, there was an island that turned the Pokemon like certain, not turned, but some features of them turned pink if they ate a certain like if they ate a certain fruit for certain time. Because I remember Pikachu's tail and cheeks turning pink on that on in that episode, and it was actually very interesting. So that was their first touch into variant or location variants. So when they introduced variants in, I think like not third, 2 generations back, 3 generations back, like Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield,
Yeah, I
everyone
think it
was
was
really
Sun and
hyped
Moon.
about
They
it.
started with that, and it's kind of funny that they waited for so long to do it. But they got rid of the tagline, gotta catch them all, because I'm like, there's too many. They're starting to, like, run out of room to be able to catch them all.
And you have to own both games. I think you've always had to have both games.
Yeah, you have
to
had
catch 'em all.
to get, like, all of them, technically. I'm like, it's a smart marketing move, but
Well, it's also incentive for you to buy one and then your friend or a sibling to get the other game. Like, and I think it was also a way for people to reach out to each other, be like, "Oh yeah, I have this version. Do you have that version? Oh yeah, I have that version. Let's trade."
But like one of the ones that like annoyed me because I'm like, oh, I'll just do a smasher pass because it was one of the sub goals. I'm like, I haven't paid attention to Pokemon. I'm like, a lot of people have done that. And I'm like, why are there Pokemon that are keys? I'm waiting for the spoony Pokemon to come out. I'm like, keys just makes no sense. I'm like, it's a ghost rattling keys.
It would have been a lot cooler if it was a ghost Pokemon that was holding a set of keys, but it looked like the keys were actually the Pokemon. That would have been a lot cool, like the teacup and the
Oh yeah, the chandelier.
and
Because you could see like
Chandelier, yeah.
heck, even Mimikyu, they kind of made it interesting because you could see like something peeking out from underneath the Pokemon cloth.
Oh, what was that one Pokemon? The one that kind of looked like a stump, which was essentially is a Pokemon of deceased children that died in the woods. Like
Oh
if they
yeah.
got lost and died alone in the woods, that they turned into that Pokemon. They have some really Pokemon itself has a very disturbing lore. Like it is a very dangerous place to live.
It is, and it's like one of the worlds. Like a lot of people say, like, "Oh, I'd be happy here." I'm like, "No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
No, no, you
No."
would not. You would have to make sure you have a very, very powerful Pokemon with you, or you are dead the moment you step into a cave.
That, or it's like, "Oh yes, let's give this 10-year-old a giant flying fire-breathing dragon." Yeah, like that's not gonna end badly.
Ah, the thought processes.
No.
Oh, what was it? The goo, whatever I forget what that one is. It's like a little pink sluggish one.
Yeah.
And then it likes to spray acid at people it likes. I'm like, what the frick? That
Wow.
was actually one of the Pokédex. Like, when it's happy, it oozes this acid. I'm like, what? Why would it ooze that acid if it's happy? Why would it be if it feels like it's in danger?
Yeah, I think the writers were having way too much fun writing dark ones, and they just like kept up with it, or they're just like maybe like, oh yeah, the kids aren't gonna read the They're like, yeah, they're not gonna read the descriptions.
Yeah, but the adults do, or the ones who grew up with the game are like, oh yeah, I wonder what this Pokemon is like.
I mean, even Omicron did like a better storyline than a lot of the other ones, and that's just a fan made game.
Oh God, don't get me started on Nintendo and fan made Pokemon games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are, instead of hyping up the fan made games and or bringing them into the universe, they just try to sue them into oblivion. Like, you serious? These games are the love of your game. You should be excited about them. And you're also a $1 billion company. What you should be doing is supporting these games, because some of these games are really freaking good.
That, and a lot of it covers under like parody law too, and it's just like good luck.
Right.
There's only like a few I know about like fan games. I know like they tried doing like Legend of Zelda, like the mods for like Breath of the Wild multiplayer mod. I remember Point Crow got like DMCA'd and just like got a huge cease and desist, and they were just showing off mods that they found.
I honestly, mods that he found and mods that he actually was a part of making himself. Like, he was the biggest supporter of the multiplayer mod.
That, and I know that would make Nintendo like crazy amounts of money. I think it's insane that you have to pay to be online on your Switch. Because I'm just like, that's been something that a lot of other consoles, unless it's like, you can still do like free online stuff, but it's like, you want like extra games or extra perks, you gotta pay the toll. But yeah, I probably wouldn't be getting a Switch 2 anytime soon. I mean, I barely use the Switch I have. I ended up getting a Steam Deck. I'm like, ooh, I use that way more.
I feel like I would use my Steam Deck a lot more too. But then again, like, my entire Steam library would be on that. Imagine playing Repo in bed.
Ooh, that would be a trip, Repo in bed.
Yeah, no, my friends call me the Repo addict because I play Repo solo so much. Like, how many hours do I have in Repo? And I'm pretty sure 90% of it is me playing solo.
Yeah, I haven't had much chance to check out Repo. I've seen clips of it. There was another one that was like big into multiplayer before Repo, and some people were like, "Oh, this is better." Oh, I'm blanking on the name. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, it's like Repo with more content, with less content."
The View one?
No, this is before Repo. A lot of people would play it. Hold on.
I'm trying to remember it, because I think I played that one. It was like, for the content.
That was one of them. There's another one. Hold on.
No, content warning. There it is.
Content warning. That was one of them. Hold on. Good. And take a look here because. Okay. Where is it?
Pilgrim.
Hold on. Okay.
Pilgrim's the only one I can think of.
Lethal Company. I'm looking it up. I'm like, there's a friend of mine I know that like had a semi-ish viral one. And I remember I played like Lethal Company, tried doing it like randos, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Because it was just like some kids scream. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this on the shelf here for now.
No, I was going to say, Lethal Company was the first one. Like, it was the OG one. Because, like, after Lethal Company out, content warning, Pilgrim, then Repo.
And now Peak's doing really well.
I like Peak's fun. And I'm actually looking forward to Aggro Crab's newest game, Crash Out. That one looks really fun.
Yeah, that's one of the other things that's been suggested is Peak. And I'm like, well, I was looking at it and I'm like, well, at least there's like a way to do solo player. Because I know like it's hard to get people in a game these days. That, and the sad thing is I've noticed it's like the turnover rate for like VTubers, it's like, wow, how did I like the graduation, I'm like, how did I outlast this person? And it's just like they're more talented than I am.
That's because these people do stupid shit. I don't know. And I sit there, I'll be like, I watch some of these people that blow up within a month of going live or just start content creation. I'm like, how the hell? Like,
Unless they've
you
been like
barely.
doing stuff in the background. Like I'll use Fillion as an example because she's huge. She was like, from what I heard, she was like crazy big in the VR chat scene. So she already had like, and she was friends with like all these big content creators. I'm like, oh, that makes sense how you blew up so quick. You already had the connections there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel awkward when I talk to people who I know are much bigger than me and have a bigger content production than I do, because this is like, I also started out in the era where, because this also happened in like 2020, where people would farm other content creators for views and viewers, and because of that, I guess I subconsciously developed a fear of being called a leech, and I'm only
Ooh.
doing it for the views and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm like, if I see someone I really want to hang out with, but their views are 20 times to 100 times bigger than mine, I'm like, I'm afraid to reach out and try to hang out with them again because of how big they are.
Yeah, people get
And
weird like with when it comes to like certain numbers or you get to a certain size, people start acting weird. It's like, look, I'm the same person as I was before. And it'll be like, oh, I'll do some clip fire, but it's so I'm like, look, you want the files? I'll hand you the files. I'm just trying to show off like cool VTubers, there's funny stuff. Because I know like how tedious and just like mind numbing it can be sitting there on DaVinci trying to edit and subtitle and do all that stuff.
again, so that's the reason why I want to find to someone to hire to outsource to do that stuff, because I don't have time.
That is one thing I've seen like quite a few people trying to get people like hire, at least on TikTok. They've been doing ads trying to like drum up business for their editing, or I've noticed a rise in quote unquote V managers. I'm like, oh. And those that aren't in the know, the meme with the man with having a manager among VTubers is they're like, oh, is that your partner? Are you guys secretly dating?
Oh my lord, yeah.
And I've like talked to one person, they're like trying to do, I'm like, do you have any managerial experience? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh. They're like, can you hire me? I'm like, I have nothing for you to do. That's the problem.
I have nothing for you to manage.
Exactly. And they're like, oh, I need him to read my emails. I'm like, wouldn't an assistant work better then?
At that point in time, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Assistant sounds better than manager, because it's like, yeah, this person's helping me manage my content or assist me in this stuff.
Yeah, one of the funnier things I read on Twitter that kind of got like, my head didn't compute because I've been, messing around with this on and off since 2012 is people have this weird hatred for Google Ads, and I don't understand it. I'm like, what did Google Ads do to you? Did they take your lunch money or something? And they're just like trying to shame people for like, you have used any kind of advertising ever, including, engagement posts on Twitter or other places. You're a horrible. I'm like, and what are you charging? What's that? $400 a month for you to be their manager when you'd probably do the same thing. I don't know. I just think it's really silly. People just like getting angry over that. I'm like, well, how would you do it? Like, would you canvas like the area with flyers or something? Because that's how you do it like pre-internet days. Let's say you're a musician and you wanna, there's an open mic night and you wanna have people come in, family and friends support it. You put out flyers, you do some kind of advertising. But it's sad. Some of these people are trying to be like, oh, they're an expert. I'm like, they're setting you up to fail, though. And that's
Very
really
much so.
frustrating. The grifters or the people just try, you take bad advice and it just tanks everything. Like, I know some people, they swear up and down they're shadow banned by YouTube, and I'm like, let me take a look.
here's the funny thing is, it's not that you're shadow banned from YouTube, it's because YouTube's filtering system has deemed your content too mature for some
Yeah.
people. Cause what is it? They have this new filter system that's automatically turned on for a lot of people. I
Yeah.
checked, it's already off. Maybe I turned it off myself without realizing it a long time ago. Because there's a creator I watch that posts every single day on one
Yeah.
of his channels, and on a different channel he posts at least 3 to 5 clips a day. I went back and looked at his content on his everyday channel, and half of his videos are just gone. They're not marked as mature content or this has been flagged by your filter system. No, they're just gone. And it's like, and despite the fact he posts every day, it looks like he doesn't post for 3 weeks. Like, and it's just like, why? Why do you do that?
Yeah, there's some
What?
of the weird words, like TikTok has the same issue on the live of like, oh, you can't say certain words, or their AI will get dinged. Like there was a stupid bug for a while, like if you say, oh, I need to take a drink, the thing would think like, oh, you mean alcohol, oh, ding. And I'm like, that
There
is
was
so
that,
silly. I'm like,
or what is it? My friend was streaming on TikTok live, and he was playing Minecraft, and he was being attacked by a baby zombie, and he kept going, baby zombie, kill it, kill it, kill it, and it flagged him for child abuse. Like, there's another content creator I watch, and he has a very childish voice. Like, his
yeah.
voice never matured the way it should have, and TikTok flags him for being underage, despite the fact he's proven he's done age verification multiple times, and every time he goes live, it flags him for being underage.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do like gotcha games on TikTok, because it's like it got flagged, like doing Honkai Star Rail for like hateful content. I'm like, oh, that's why I don't see anybody doing gotcha games on TikTok. Or people get like banned suddenly.
Yeah, I was my exact same friend, the one who got flagged for the baby zombie one. He posted when he first made a TikTok. He would post one clip a day. His second clip, his account got banned or got like suspended for something, and he can't figure out what. And I'm like, me thinking, I'm like, oh, were you posting content too fast or something like that? It's like, no, I only posted like 2 videos. And I'm like, what the heck? And he's a big not Warframe, War Thunder player. So he plays a
Oh.
lot of uh and he plays the planes. So he does a lot of air fighting.
Yeah.
And mind you, he also has a really, really bad sense of humor for the fact of he likes 9/11 jokes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so my guess is there was a 9/11 joke in there, and or actually, I don't even know if TikTok even cares about 9/11.
I don't think they
But yeah,
do. It's just weird, like how some of it, like how it'll flag like just the randomest things.
like it will also flag stuff that's not even hateful as hateful stuff.
Hold on, I think I had one that got flagged that I had to appeal. And it was a clip of literally titled "The VTuber who played every Steam Next Fest demo," and that got flagged for violating their community guidelines. I'm like, what? The guy's literally playing every demo there and is gonna do a giant list of the ones they like. And I'm like, that is so
Oh,
weird.
I wish I had the time to do that. I would have done that because I've been trying to pick up doing demos and like just demo games in general, and just be like, oh, I'm gonna come back to this game when it's fully released.
Mm-hmm. They also do it on stream, and I'm like, wow, that's got to be a long stream, because it's just like there's too many games that are. I know there's another one that's supposed to be coming out, and Paralyzed, which I've been following since they first started development. I'm excited about that. I'm like, oh yay, competition for the Sims besides Inzoi, which is basically the Sims meets GTA 5. Because I remember
I've been
playing it,
saying
and there's not much to do.
Oh well, is that the one where the GTA anime game? Is that the one?
No, this is Inzoi. It's basically they get like, I know how some people don't like The Sims are cartoony. They go a little bit more photorealistic with them, and a lot of people were upset because they use generative AI through it, and I'm like, oh. And I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna try and see how it does because I ended up having to do it like, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to stream this, but I'm gonna at least see if it's worthwhile because it would kill a lot of PCs. It wasn't optimized, early access, and the thing being, it's made by the same company who does PUBG. I'm like, oh, you should have just done a full release. Because early access, you know, you're not some indie developer.
All right. There's also early access hell where people release a game in early access and then just abandon the game. There's so many of those.
Yeah, like Heartbound's like the most notable one. It's been in like early access hell.
I was looking forward to Heartbound because it was one of the few games that uses dyslexia text. And it was one of the few games that I could read without having to go back and reread the word.
I know they also were like, did some like accommodations for like people that are colorblind. I'm like, there's some good stuff. The art is nice. And yeah, Pirate Software, for some reason he's watching. Look, you want to do the whole streamer thing? That's fine. Just like hire some people to help you code then, you know, just do like a managerial role. You know, don't just leave it being stuck in limbo forever.
Yeah, it's been proven that Pirate Software is just an ass.
Yeah, I've been to some of his like streams. I'm like, oh, this is all right, but yeah, one of the guys that like sent his flunkies to harass me, and he was like a big Pirate Software stan, and he tried to be like the VTuber equivalent of Pirate Software, and I'm like, no, you're gonna crash and burn, and they did.
There are things that Pirate Software did. Like, I enjoyed his little breakdown videos because like a lot of them actually did help with a lot of stuff. But to be honest, like it's very clear. Ow! Hi, cat. Don't know if you just heard my cat.
Yeah, I heard it.
Head against... That was my cat jumping up on my lap, and he just thumped his head really hard against my desk.
Even your cats ain't great at Pirate Software. They have something to say.
Did you just give yourself some more brain damage? It's not the first time he's done that.
Like, I know the Stop Killing Games thing, they really, like, made a lot of people annoyed with that.
That, as well as them, effing up their guild in, WoW.
Yeah.
Also solidified their downfall.
And the big thing they could have done... The big thing I think they could have done is them running away in a panic, and they could have done something to saying like, oh, sorry, my bad, I panicked. That would have ended it.
There's that, as well as like he could have just said, my bad, I was just following the leader's instructions, because the leader actually did say get out at one point.
Yeah. And you just said, hey, I misunderstood instead of knuckling down.
Yeah. The whole Stop Killing Games, I think a lot of people has misunderstood greatly, is it's not telling developers that they need to create some sort of service that never ends. No, they need to make it that their players can make their own services so they can keep playing after the services are no longer available.
Exactly.
That is what the thing is saying. And then Ubisoft coming out and saying, yeah, when we stop servicing a game, you also need to destroy your physical hard copy. Like, huh?
Yeah, that is wild. Like, I know Destiny, what was it, Titanfall? That's another one that they're like, oh yeah, that one, they're shuttered. A lot of them. And I mean, the games that already do it, if you want like to host your own little server, Stardew Valley does it. From what I've been told, Project Zomboid also does it. So it's not like it hasn't been done. They just want like a way they can play it offline. And it doesn't have to be as good as when it was at its heyday. Nobody expects it to be as good as it's in its heyday.
Yeah, and it all started with the crew because they shut down the crew while the crew still had like I think 1,000 consecutive players, and people were super pissed about it. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
we just want to play our car racing game, and it was still like, yeah, it wasn't the biggest money raker in for Ubisoft, but it was still very well loved.
Exactly. There's like quite a few MMOs I've been like bummed that shut down, that ended up shuttering. That were even, I think we're still doing pretty well. Like Rusty Hearts, that was doing pretty well. They had like a whole storyline planned. I was having fun playing through it, and again, not long they shutter it.
There was this one MMO that I played like years ago, like 8 to 9 years ago, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like I only played the starting quests, and then I kind of forgot about it, and I don't remember the game's name, but I do know I think it's still active in its overseas server. Like I think in its Japanese servers are still up, but they shut down the American servers for some weird reason, and I remember looking it up like a year after I played it, trying to find it so I could start playing it again. And it said like, oh yeah, it no longer exists in the US and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it can't even access the Japanese servers. Like if you're an EN, you can't even access them. I don't even know if it was Japanese or Korean. Like I can't remember.
Like I know there was another one that did that, like Shimigami Tensei Megaten. They shut down the EN side, and there's that was still doing pretty well. And a lot of people like were trying to get like the access to the Japanese side, or people were trying to do rough translations. And I'm like, oh, this was really fun to do. And that was technically my first Shimigami Tensei game, and I'm like, oh, because it has like that early 2000s art style, which is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's very clear that companies do not value their player bases anymore because it's either you can or you can't. And the I've never been a big fan of digital stuff. I've always liked having the physical copies, but with the whole new your key card is it actually the data? It kind of saddens me. I'm like, I remember collecting games when I was a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
specifically collecting them with make sure I had the case too. So on my shelf, I had the games with their cases on the shelf, and I could show off all of my games with that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a very frustrating thing, and it's kind of for like it's forcing people that have like they may not have consistent and reliable internet access, or like let's say they live in a very rural area that has spotty internet on a good day. People feel to understand it. Internet's not quite everywhere yet. Or let's say they want to go on, they're like, oh, we're going to go camping. I'm going to bring my Switch, so I have something to play in the evening. And it's like, oh, I can't
Not.
because of the key cards. I don't have internet.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's an issue I have with the Switch. Is if they put an update at all on a game, you don't realize it before you go anywhere without internet. You can't even play the game. It tells you, oh, the update is required. You can't even play it even while offline because the update is required. Like the fuck. Because I remember going to play Brilliant Diamond while my internet was out one day, and I couldn't even play it because I had no internet.
Mm-hmm. Like that happened the other day. My internet suddenly went down and during stream, and it's like, oh well, I guess I'll get out my Steam Deck and I'll just play some stuff. And it wasn't like an issue, which is good. And I know I'm hoping people will like copy Steam because I know like the ROG Ally was trying to do that, compete with them. They did it with Xbox, but fun fact that a lot of people didn't understand is yeah, your Xbox library doesn't transfer over into this little thing. It's just the Microsoft library. Then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're not really competing with a Steam Deck then. You just have the Xbox logo on it, which you could just do like with a cheap sticker or something. All right. Does anyone, since we're getting around that time, does anyone have any questions for Serenity? Great. Let me reload chat. Oh my goodness, it's loading, loading, loading. That and trying to do a member stream on YouTube, which has been interesting. I'm like, oh, this could be like super cursed.
I was like,
All right.
kind of while we're waiting for people to see if they have any questions, double back to
Yeah.
plans for content. One of my previous personas was more music based,
Yeah.
and I wanted to see about turning them into an orchestra conductor. And this is something like I'm planning on doing, but I need to find someone who is more magically inclined than I not magically musically inclined than I am. I want to start doing orchestra covers of songs because there's so many songs out there I think would sound amazing in an instrumental orchestra cover, and I want to fully animate it too.
Oh wow.
Not like simple art drawing, but like full 3D rendered, and not just like mimicking motion. I want to get actual mocap motion of people playing the instruments and do a 1-to-1 recording of the movements. Like it is something I will have to definitely work on and probably outsource to a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a couple I can think of at the top of my head that might be able to help you, and that would be Yambat and Starlight Daryl. They did Iron Mouse's opera cover, and it was like, oh, some of the names I actually recognize because I know one of them was doing like help for VTuber content and was actually quite useful.
I would love to do that, just full blown taking music and then turning it into an orchestra, and not just like some probably like some game music, some uh popular songs. Because another thing I want to do is I want to start doing song covers too. I want to start like singing song covers, but I've realized that my voice is not good with higher pitch, like higher pitch or fast paced
Yeah.
music. So I sat them like, and I enjoy orchestras. So I'm like, you know what? If I do orchestra themed covers, that actually would match not only my voice, but also what I enjoy in music.
Do you know like what your vocal range is by off chance, out of curiosity?
Actually, no. I should do a test and find out. Definitely cannot reach K-pop Demon Hunter.
Oh yeah, I think they go all the way up to like first soprano, and it's like, oh, I can get up to second, but I'm like, I could try at first, but I don't think it would end well.
No. I don't even think I can reach soprano level.
Yeah, it's an instrument at the end of the day. You know, it's something
Yes.
that like some people have really big range, others don't. And looks like no one has too many questions. So, around what time do you usually stream, or give us a rough idea so the people that are listening know when to find you next?
I usually go live between 6:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
I do try to make announcements beforehand. Like I try to make announcements at least a day beforehand before I go live. I'm still getting used to my new job scheduling,
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully I can start doing actual uh, weekly announcements again to announce games that I'm going to be playing that week. But also, I have a bad habit of doing things at last minute.
Oh, that's hey, procrastinators unite tomorrow.
Yeah, it's usually where it's like if I'm at work, I'll just start spam DMing my friends, hey, you free? You free? Let's play. Let's play." And then I end up going live.
All right, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.